Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be a live trade video where I try to capture some of my trades as they play out live. Couple quick clarifications. Number one, I'm trading futures. If you don't know what futures are, I'll put a link down below to a totally free 4-part series that'll walk you through futures market, how it works. And as a quick little thing to get you interested, for those of you that are annoyed by the pattern day trading rule with stocks or options, there is zero pattern day trading rule in futures. So you can day trade as much as you want every single day. And then second, I'm day trading futures through a prop firm. What is a prop firm? How does a prop firm work? Which prop firm am I using? All that you can see at that link that you see on your screen, but I'll also put it down below. But in a nutshell, a prop firm is just a way for you to put very little of your money at risk, but you have a whole lot of upside potential. But if you want to learn more, definitely go to that link and use that link too, just because prop firms are always running promotions, and that link will ensure you get the current promotion, whatever it may be. So you can see here, this volatility right opening here. Market just opened up officially. And we'll see if I can find a trade. So I'll pause the recording software for now, and I'll keep a close eye on it. All right, watching this for maybe a breakout. Watching this trendline area here very closely. Let's see if it wants to come up through there. All right, I'll pause, but that's currently what I'm watching on this one. All right, maybe here. Gonna get some sort of break to the upside. I'm in. If we can get it to push some more. Out. Hesitating too much. Might go without me. Maybe I didn't give enough time, but we'll let hindsight be the judge. It was just putzing around too much. Yeah, no, I feel fine about it because look, it's still doing it, if anything. Yep. All right. So even if this thing, goes up, I'm sticking by it. I played this one right. Yes, I hope it goes down so I look smart, and it is going down. So, but yeah, just for the record, even if this thing were to skyrocket up. All right. So yeah. Yeah, it was got the break, was putzing around, and yeah, I'm glad I got out. Well, I can always try to go back up there and do it again. We'll see. I'll pause. And yeah, definitely played that one really, really well. And for you long-time viewers, I'm not patting myself on the back. There's been plenty of times I've been here and I look like, yep, I played that one wrong. But that one went in my favor. I was putzing around, was not really getting any sort of follow through, so I just hopped out very quickly for, whoa. Wow, definitely play that. Look at that all of a sudden. And then I lost track of the slower tread line here. Well, this was a tread line to play. The break of that tread line right there. It's a random time, so it's not like news or anything came out. That was just, whew. All right, well, yeah, glad I got out where I did. All right, looking to get down here a little bit more. One contract, I'd be interested in more, but this would at least allow me to get my feet wet. So that green line is representing my order point, or my entry point. Okay, I'm in for my first one. Take that quick scalp. There we go. So quick little scalp there. Now up 125. I will look to restart the sequence. My first one down here at 50. So I'll put the buy order down there, and we'll see if this thing wants to continue to bleed on down. All right, I'll pause. All right, I have an order at that green line down there for just one contract. More. At this point, I'm going to come down 55. They're looking for what ultimately I presume and want to see is a fake break of that level. So come down here, fail me. If, well, it's going on a little bit lower, that's fine. I'll give myself plenty of flexibility, just starting with one contract. Yeah, we'll see this. But this trend line up here is brutal. Look at that. And this right here, I didn't capture on video, but that would have been very hard to capture really any of this. It was a spike, and then it quickly came back down. So even that move right there, maybe looks like, oh man, that would have been a great scalp. Maybe, big maybe, because like I said, that was more of a spike than anything else, where it shot up there, back down. So I'm not saying that it wasn't possible. All I'm saying is you would have had to have been very, very, very quick on the trigger. Yeah, it's really official. I'm not sure I can really trust this trend line, because this trend line here is just, all it's done today is promoted all these false little breakouts. All right, I'll pause. Once again, approaching this trend line here, but do you trust the break? History just suggests you just can't buy the breakout. Maybe this is the time it goes, and that's fine. But that would be defying the odds, because right now odds are suggesting that it's just going to be a fake breakout. So that doesn't feel like an edge. Again, just because you don't have an edge doesn't mean the trade can't work out. I'm just saying that the history is telling me that it's more likely to be a fake breakout than a true breakout. But I want to reiterate, that doesn't mean that it can't be a real breakout. But this right here isn't very edge-inspiring. But we'll see what happens eventually with it. I will go ahead and pause. So I'm interested in trying it, but I've changed the risk around. I'm just going to do it with 3 micros. So if I'm wrong, it's not going to cost me a whole lot. On the flip side, if I'm right, I'm not going to make a whole lot. And as of right now, look what it did. Fake breakthrough there, huh? That's funny. See, give it another chance to try to come up. All right, got to get out there. So $50 loss on that one. So in that situation, I'm clearly glad I did 3 micros, but yeah, maybe it'll still go. But once again, yet another fake break. Yeah, for some reason, it just suckered me, and it made me be like, this might be the one. This might be the one. Nope, it did what the odds suggested it would do. So yes, I'm pretty stupid on one hand to have even taken that trade, but at least give me a little credit. At least I acknowledge that by moving over to the micros, which if you're a beginner to futures, those are the less volatile contracts. So, I mean, even if this eventually goes, this was such a sloppy breakout to drop all the way down there. And yeah, I'm not gonna weather that storm. I'm not gonna be holding down here when there's the risk that this thing could continue on down. So I didn't even let it get down that far, but yeah, today has been tricky. Call me crazy, but I like how this one has recovered to get back up there again. So maybe this will be the break. So I'll try to take one off up there. Got that. Okay, let me put my stop there, and I'm just going to bring my stop loss up as it goes. So this will be a winning trade now, no matter what. Again, just bringing my stop loss up as it goes. And stopped out there. So there we go. Got all those losses back, plus some. Again, wasn't going to be, as I mentioned previously, I did the 3 micros because, again, I don't know. Am I about to be stupid again? So in that situation, I was smart in the sense of I took the breakout, but I was sort of dumb in the sense of, well, I should have done the NQs, because that would have been a much bigger gain. But like I said, that's hindsight there. So finally a clean breakout. But yeah, like I said, in hindsight, yeah, I'm fully regretting doing the micros. But I can tell you what I didn't regret. I didn't regret doing the micros on that break right there where it broke and then came back down. But even now, don't even do that. If this thing comes down here and breaks down, I mean, this trend line here has cost so much money to people today. Breakout traders, wow. Now, if it violates down through this that 21 right there, maybe a breakout trader is still trying to hold on, see if it wants to recover back up. But if this thing comes down through the 400 mark, then you got to think those longs are probably stopping out at that point. So they're hanging in there right now, but unless you're an aggressive scalper like I was on that one, then yeah, there's some longs that were probably like, all right, let's catch some momentum, and then boom, back down it goes. Wow. Well, I hope people are using prop firms, because prop firms, your risk is much more minimal, because as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the amount of your own money that you put up front is very minimal. So if people are getting kind of roasted on these moves, hopefully it's with just a prop firm where they're, like I said, the cash out of their pocket is a whole lot less than if they're getting roasted playing all these attempted breakouts with their own money. All right, trying to recover back up. Wow, brutal day. Well, for those longs that were looking for more momentum, hopefully that move down didn't spook them out. Like I said, I can see them surviving that, because it's not like it necessarily violated any key levels of support, but they're getting the move back up. So if you did play that, congratulations. Good job weathering the storm. Maybe. Hope I didn't speak too soon. I think at this point, as a viewer, as myself right now in real time watching this, I don't think anybody would be shocked if this thing all of a sudden was back down here. Given the way that this has gone today, I don't think that's the most shocking proclamation of what could happen. And if that were to occur, like I said, at this point in time, I can't imagine anybody like, whoa, where did that come from? I didn't see that coming. All right, I'll pause. Well, at this point, I think I'm just going to call it good. It's almost an hour in, which is way longer than what I normally trade in the morning session here. And yeah, I'm not, I don't want to come across as ungrateful, because I realize within an hour, I mean, these are still kind of crazy gains when you just stop and think about it. I would never complain to somebody that's, making $50 an hour that I'm up, 135 in less than an hour. But yeah, this is just, it's either the market that's goofy or I'm just not feeling it today. So I'm not gonna, I don't know. I just know something is off. I don't know if it's the market that's off or if it's me that's off, but something is off. I think it's the market, though, given, again, the trend line perfectly summarizes how tricky today's been. But also, to be fair and objective, maybe maybe that's a confirmation bias, because I don't want to admit deep down in the crevices of my psyche that I'm the one to blame. But at the end of the day, something is off, whether it's the market, whether it's me, I don't know, but I'm going to go ahead and call it good. Before I officially go, though, I did want to personally invite you to get signed up for this free live online class that I'm offering. So if you want to learn more about the tools I'm using to build consistency and manage risk, then definitely get signed up for the free live class. If you go to claytrader.com/live, or just see the link down in the description area, that will tell you when the next live class is. So yeah, definitely get signed up, and I hope to see you there. So thanks for watching. As always, if you appreciate these videos, if you appreciate the transparency, yeah, this was kind of a blah-ish type video, but yeah, today was tricky. Something was off, and it is what it is. But like I said, hit that like button, and if you're looking for a super free and easy way to support the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Take care. Thanks for watching.